And we are live.
Hello, everyone. Now, how do you do? How are you? And welcome to this beautiful webinar today at My English School, webinar 8 to 10.
My English School online.
That is right, on the World Wide Web. We are very lucky to be able to be here together today, sharing this moment
Yes,
with
we
the English
are.
language. We are delighted.
When you say World Wide Web, I just want to be like web.
Exactly. The World Wide Web.
Exactly, to echo it, just like your bell.
Exactly. Ooh, it's amazing. It's magic. Through the magic connection of internet, we are together today.
Yes, we
Though
are
we are
so
apart,
happy. I'm happy that we have this.
I am too. We are never alone. It might
Yeah.
seem like it, but we are not actually alone. We are all together.
Somehow we are
English.
connected.
Yes, we are interconnected. Yes.
Awesome. So we have a question in the comment section. So if you are watching, or even if you tune in a little bit later, where are you from, and what would you like to do today? So
Exactly.
leave us a comment in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you.
So perhaps I'll introduce myself. So hello, everyone. I am Monique. I am from Los Angeles, California, in the United States of America. Yes, I'm from Southern California, the West Coast. We have the Pacific Ocean, the Hollywood Hills, and the Joshua Tree Desert, which I love. I love the desert. It's a beautiful place.
What is Joshua Tree?
Joshua Tree. Yeah, Joshua Tree. It's the name of a desert. It was also the name of a U2 album in the 80s. It's gorgeous. There's these really, really cool like cacti. They're trees that go up and jut out, and they're really very characteristic to that desert. And it's about 3 hours from Los Angeles. You just start driving east, so away from the ocean. You drive east, and then you hit this beautiful desert. It's just beautiful. I love the. Do you like the desert?
I've never really been in the desert, but I can imagine it being beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's just vast, immense, and very liberating, right?
That's a lot of nice vocabulary you're using.
Why, thank you very much.
What is vast?
Yeah, well, that would mean immense, wide open. If you think of the desert, you think it's really basically what you have is sand. Sand, as far as the eye can see, sand, and exactly immense, wide open. Really, that's when I think of vast or vast. What I think of is the desert, because it's really spread out.
Exactly, it's big. Had to go as far as the eye can see, and even further. That's how it goes. Yeah, man. After this, I'm going to Google the Joshua Tree. I've actually just written it down.
Yeah.
Because I'm busy picturing it. I'm thinking of the cacti or cactus, like singular. But I think I know which one you're talking about.
It's really, 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 really cool. So
thank you so much for sharing that with us.
My pleasure.
Why don't you tell us, what would you like to do today?
Good question. I would like to have a delicious lunch. That will require me cooking, though. So I'll have to think about what I will have for lunch, but I would like to have a delicious lunch. I would like to play music later today. I have been playing music in this period, which has been quite nice. I would like to do yoga because I love yoga. And what else? And I would like to have a fabulous webinar with you.
Yes, and we're going to have a fabulous webinar.
Exactly.
We are. Do you have a yoga mat?
It's interesting because I went on a yoga retreat at the end of last year, and I got specifically a yoga mat for this retreat. And so I live in Bologna, and there's a lovely yoga school I go to, and I brought my yoga mat there. However, it's at the yoga school, which is closed. So luckily I have an older yoga mat here in my house, in my apartment, that I'm using. And actually it's totally cool. And I think this time is an opportunity for us to have, it's like a lesson in gratitude and in appreciating the things we have. So this is an older yoga mat that I never used, but now I'm using it every day and it's totally lovely. There's, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's an opportunity to appreciate things in a new light, going, wow, how lucky that I actually have this at home, right?
Yeah, I get what you're saying completely. Man, your ray of positivity is like, I'm absorbing all of it.
Arigato. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I am Joanna. I come from Cape Town, South Africa. So we are complete different cultures, complete different countries. I come from Cape Town, which is a city right next to the ocean. We don't have the Pacific, but we have the Atlantic and the Indian, which is bordering both sides of South Africa. And I live in Bologna, but more on the country, towards the countryside. And both of us are teachers at Bologna Mille. So I get the privilege of working with Monique on a daily basis, which is really, really nice.
And I with Joanna, yes.
I'm happy to be in a webinar with her.
Totally.
What would I like to do today? I'd like to make something nice to eat, except I don't really know how to cook. And
really?
I cried last night because my pasta didn't come out the way I wanted it to come out.
No. Here's a trick, Joanna. Try to do it 1 minute less than what it says on the package.
Oh, no, not the package. I'm talking about like my sauce.
Oh, your sauce.
Yeah. So I was following a recipe and I guess I can't even follow a recipe.
No, I don't like recipes myself, to tell you the truth, but
I need to just do it how I feel comfortable with it.
Absolutely. In general in life, right?
Yeah, generally speaking. And I would like to take a book because Monday was my birthday and my boyfriend bought a book for me. And I'd like to sit on the balcony and actually reading it, absorb a little bit of vitamin. What vitamin do we get from the sun? Vitamin E?
D, I think. Yeah, D.
Okay. And that's basically all.
That's
Everything
fabulous.
in the house. I've done the washing. My dishwasher is on at the moment, so
beautiful.
Pretty sorted. Okay, we've got a bit of a following, so let's see and say hello to everyone else.
Yeah.
So we have Margot. Would you like to read it?
I would love to. Hello, Margot says, hi, I'm from Calabria, but I have been living in Milan since last March or for a month, 2 months. Oh, no, 1 year, 1 year. So Margot, remember since or for when we use the present perfect continuous, but good grammatic structure. I have been living in Milan since last March. I'd like to watch a good film. Me too.
Awesome.
Yeah,
thank you very much and welcome, Margot.
Yeah.
Awesome. Here we have Davide. Hi, I'm Davide. I'm from Busto Arsizio. Today I would like to cook lasagna for Father's Day.
Is it Father's Day? Thank you, Davide. He's right. But what country is it in?
I think Father's Day in Italy.
Because in the US, it's a different day.
When is Father's Day in the US?
I'm looking it up. On June 21st.
We have Father's Day in roughly around.
That's very interesting, though.
Okay, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers that could be watching.
Yes, and happy lasagna to Davide and his dad.
Yes, enjoy the lasagna. Buon appetito.
Yes.
We have Dalma. Would you like to read?
Yes, she says, hi, I'm Dalma from Trieste. Welcome, Dalma.
Welcome. And Dalma, please tell us, what would you like to do today? We have Filippo. He says, hi, I'm Filippo from Rimini. Today my plans are watching fabulous Maya English school webinars. Yay! And going to the supermarket.
Very nice.
Gloves and wash your hands.
Yes,
but enjoy the shopping and breathe in all of the fresh air.
And get a lot of fresh fruit.
Yes.
Kiwi, strawberries, apples, oranges. I had a kiwi before this webinar.
And some yogurt. I ate some yogurt before.
Very
just
nice. Yeah.
do.
Filippo, that's lovely. Thank you. Fabulous Mayas webinars. It's our pleasure. It's fabulous because you're fabulous.
Exactly. Here we have one of our students.
Hello.
Monique, please read it for me.
Surely. Hi, I'm Valentina from Bologna. Today, I would like to create my new collection. Finally, I have time to do that. How cool. Valentina, a collection of what?
I know the answer to that. So I think that Valentina is a designer. She designs clothes.
Cool.
Well, she studies that, if I'm correct.
That's fabulous. What a nice creative way to use the time, huh?
Yeah. Please tell us all about it. Davide says, wow, Joanna, South Africa. You could have many stories to tell us about Africa. Yes.
I agree.
A lot. If you continue watching the webinars, you will definitely learn a lot.
Davide, today I learned that in South African slang, they say now, now.
Yeah, now is a point of time. If, for example, I'm going to work now. It means I could start work now, but it possibly might not happen.
Interesting. Oh, very nice.
Makes no sense, but that's how it works.
Okay, so Davide, now we know one bit of South African slang, even though we might not understand it.
Exactly.
Now.
If a South African says to you, I will see you now, it could mean in 5 minutes or an hour, or maybe they just don't come, that you won't see them.
Very cool. So if I say, Jean, call. Okay, all right. I guess we have to try to use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You definitely need to. We have another from Daniela. And Daniela says, hi, I'm Daniela from Rome. Today I'd like to finish reading my book. Awesome.
Excellent. I started a new book yesterday. Davide says, haha, crazy.
Which book are you reading, Daniela? And which book are you reading, Monique?
It's about agriculture. It's a really interesting book. I just started it, but it's about agriculture and solidarity through agriculture. It's very interesting to be reading now because it talks a lot about nature and our connection to nature, and it's quite good.
So solidarity, for anyone watching, is sort of unity and being united in general.
Exactly. Valentina says, good, Joanna, you're correct. Very nice.
A kissing face.
Exactly. Very nice.
All right. So, yes, perhaps we should get started with our wonderful focus on refunds and exchanges.
Yes, and thank you everyone for sharing. We love having your interaction, and always feel free to write or to ask any questions that come up. We are here for you.
Okay, so today, refunds and exchanges. Monique, could you read further for me?
Surely. In this focus activity, vocabulary for returning items to a store, making polite requests, and useful phrases for requesting a refund. Yes,
this is going to be interesting. For everybody who loves shopping, this could teach you many new things. Monique has someone she wants to introduce.
Yes, this is my unicorn. And what did Kate teach me? She taught me yesterday in another webinar that in Japan, when you're an English speaker and you move to Japan, you're called a unicorn. So a foreigner living in Japan is a unicorn. And I love unicorns, and I got this at Pilones, a shop in Bologna, in the center of Bologna. And I use it always. If anyone studies in Bologna, you probably have seen me use this pen to teach. So I thought it would be nice to have the pen make an appearance too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Daniela says, I'm reading a thriller book. Wow, that sounds scary. I never read thriller books.
Yeah, awesome. So let's continue. Shopping. So what we're going to do here before we read any of the questions, so we're going to start with basically number 1. And while we're reading through the rest of the questions, please feel free to comment in the comment section, each question individually. Like number 1, for example, what might be some reasons why you can't return items to a store? Why? What reason? For what reason?
Yeah.
So comment that into the comment section.
Right. So as you're responding to number one, we'll continue reading so we'll read through them. So number two is, what types of return policy do stores have in your area? So it could be different from one area to another. So what types of return policy do stores have in your area?
Yeah. It's surely different, I think, from country to country. What are the return policies like in the States?
It's generally very much, it's very, there's a saying in the US that's the customer is always right.
Yes.
So it's very much the customer is the one who, the store or the business wants the customer to be happy, right? So the return policy tends to be very much, very, very welcoming to the customer to take their time. Usually you'll have a month where you can return the item if you don't, if you come up with a good excuse to return it, basically, right? But I would say you usually have 1 month. What is it like in Cape Town in South Africa?
So South Africa, we have a different type of return policy, which is really interesting. Our return policy can vary between 2 weeks and a month, but it also depends on what is included in it. For example, if I buy electronics, it depends if I have a guarantee or a warranty. But when it comes to clothing, you have 2 months relatively. But what is interesting about South Africa, which is different to Europe or Italy in general as well, you cannot return items via the post. So if I bought a t-shirt from H&M, I have to go directly into the store and return it. I cannot do it online.
Very interesting.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So I see Davide is saying, number one, what might be some reasons why you can't return items to a store? Because the item I buy, so if you use buy, it's present tense. So because the item I buy is broken, or you can use the past, because the item I bought was broken. Probably in this case, you would use the present, because the item I buy is broken, but good reason. Yeah, if you bring it home and it's broken.
Yeah. Remember that buy is irregular, so it becomes bought. It has the ought ending. Dalma says, one reason could be that I've lost the receipt.
Exactly. So what is a receipt? I happen to have one here. Hope you can all see that. It is a receipt, and it is a real receipt for the New Jersey Transit. New Jersey Transit is like transportation. New Jersey is the state just south of New York. My brother lives in New York, and I visited him last year. So you can see, let me tell you, the fare was $4.15 to get from New York to New Jersey.
How far is New Jersey from New York?
It's adjacent. So there's like just a river that separates the two states. New York's here and New Jersey's here. So it takes you can drive and it takes 10 minutes, like it's adjacent. It depends from where in New York to where in New Jersey you're going.
Definitely. Filippo has a really good question. He says, what's the difference between guarantee and warranty? And I'd really like to answer that for you because I worked in retail. So I've had a lot of experience with this. So when I talk about a guarantee, it is something that is guaranteed to work. Usually the guarantee, they say 5 years, like a washing machine or a television. And in those 5 years, that item must not break in that specific time. If it does break, you can either you can go back and request your money. And hold on quickly, I'm just typing it in the comment section.
Yeah.
A specific period of time. And a warranty, however, is very different. A warranty is I buy an item. It can be an electronic item like a television too. But the warranty is different. It says, I'm not promising you that it's going to work, but it should work. And if it doesn't, you can come back and return the item for the same item or for the same name brand, but a different item. So you cannot get your money back because the warranty is something that could be like a manufacturer's default. And so you don't get your money back. You only get a new product.
Excellent description, Joanna. That was fantastic. What shop did you work at?
I worked in a store called Dad's Toys. This is really good advertising for them in South Africa. It is a store that sells everything that men like. So in terms of, I don't know, weapons, let's say, maybe not physical weapons. It can be like a BB gun or an airsoft gun, binoculars, sunglasses.
Interesting.
Tools. Yeah, things that men like.
Was it a good experience?
It was a good experience, yes. I worked with my brother as well, so it was very different.
How cool. I wanted to also note this for everyone in case they don't know. Retail is like a shop that sells like singular items. Then you have wholesale, which is buying in bulk. So a shop would buy wholesale to stock. And then we usually will buy retail, which is I buy one shirt, I don't buy 1,000 shirts, right?
Yes.
Some vocabulary for you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Thank you so much, Monique, for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So we have a couple of comments here.
Margot also says, I returned to a store because I have to change the size. Yes, happens with me a lot.
Really?
So I'm very short, yes, and I'm very small.
Nice. Let's see what Davide says.
Yes, Monique.
So we're on to number 2. Very nice. In Italy, the return policy can vary, excellent verb, but vary between 2 weeks and a month. Many shops return to you the money you spent. Others, well, Davide, to return is to give back. So in this case, others give you a gift card.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, I always prefer getting the money back, but that's not always the option. So sometimes you get a gift card and you say, okay, now I need to buy something else, right? But
yes, actually, I'm not happy with the store, so I don't actually want to be here.
I have an Amazon gift card, which I haven't used yet. I've used only $20 of it, but pretty exciting. Okay.
€100. Man, that's a nice gift.
It's a nice gift, right?
Okay, let us continue. Number 3. What types of return policies are there for buying clothes online? I have no idea.
Do you buy clothes online?
Yes, but I've never returned. I just leave it in the cupboard if it doesn't fit.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
Oh, well, I don't buy clothes online, but my old roommate, I lived in New York for 2 years, and she loves buying online. She loves it. She'll buy so much online, and she nonchalantly, just very casually, will return, I would say, like half of what she buys. I just don't have the patience. I like to go into the shop. I mean, I go shopping twice a year, so, it's not something I do often, but I like to go into the shop, try the thing on, and get it or not get it. I don't have the patience, but Joanna, they cover the shipping costs. So all it takes is having the patience to then send it back.
I don't have that.
But they make it very easy for you. So she will buy, buy. Granted, okay, she's in a very comfortable financial situation. Let me put that also out there. So
yes.
But so buy, comes there. She's like, I like this, I don't like this. And then send it back. And gets a full refund. And the shipping is included. Ouch.
That's good to know for the next time I buy. But no, I generally like to go into the store, try the clothes on, especially when it comes to jeans. Because
me too.
and buying here in Italy is really difficult because Italian people are very tall and I'm very short, so they never have my size.
Are people shorter in South Africa?
Not necessarily. We have like big Viking type people in South
We
Africa.
have Zulu.
Yes, so we have these bulky, strong men, and we also have supermodel women.
Right.
I'm just short. I'm like not your average height person. I wish if I stood, you could see how tall I was.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get comfortable.
For me, I really like bell-bottom jeans. I just love bell-bottoms.
So do I, but where can I find?
No, yeah, I don't know where. That's partially why people sometimes shop online, because you have an unlimited selection, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'll read number 4. In the meantime, we would love for you to respond to number 3, but I will read number 4. When was the last time you had to return merchandise to a store? What was it and why did you return it? So merchandise means basically anything you buy. Merchandise, or actually if you buy music at a concert or a t-shirt at a concert, it's often shortened and we say merch. I'm not sure if you say that in South Africa too, but merch is short for merchandise.
We would say merch is short for merchant, which is not a really good person.
It's very interesting. Okay, so maybe stick to merchandise right now, everyone.
Yes, South Africa, stick to merchandise. Don't say where is the merch.
Okay.
Because you're gonna get into a lot of trouble.
I mean, I would say in general, with shortening words or with slang, be very aware of where you are and what the context is, because we can get into trouble in slang. Just like us living in Italy, we can get in trouble using slang that maybe we're not sure what it means, right?
Definitely.
So the same I would say for all of you. But let's see some comments here. Dalma
says, if you buy online, I think that you have to reuse the same box and send, so not sand, but send with the E, the item back to the online store in 1 week. Thank you for that, Dalma. I will keep that in mind.
Yeah, interesting. Good to know.
And Filippo has a good question. He asks, what is bulky? Monique, would you mind explaining what is?
Sure. Okay, I'll show you. Let's see if you can see this. This is a poncho that my friend gave me as a present a while back. It has the hood and then it has this big thing. This is bulky. It's really like big. It's difficult to put into my backpack. It's kind of heavy. It's not practical. So bulky is something very large, right? So you could have a bulky old television, for example.
Like the one with the big block at the back of the television.
Exactly. Something bulky, heavy, occupies a lot of space. So it's hard sometimes to send something bulky because it costs a lot of money at the post office, right? So that's bulky. Good question, Filippo.
So Davide says, Zalando gives you the possibility to return clothes within 100 days. What? That's a long time.
That's amazing.
It's like three and like quarter months.
I don't know Zalando. Do you?
Zalando, I have the app. I've never bought. I've only just looked. Is an Italian online clothing store that sells sells all retail from different stores like H&M, Adidas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like an online platform for all of the companies to sell their things online.
Great. Davide, do you like Zalando? I wonder.
Yes. Is Zalando good? Because I've never used it.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. That's a good return policy too. Look at that, 100 days. That's like ages.
Yeah, it's a long time. By then, I've already worn it, even if I don't.
Well, exactly. So then the thing is, sometimes I will admit, in New York, people will like have a party, buy a bunch of stuff, have the party, and then return it the next day.
I know. I've seen that on movies.
Especially from Target. Target is a shop in the US where you find a lot of very affordable and sometimes not fantastic quality items or merchandise. So people will buy a bunch of things, use them, especially if you're dressing up, right?
Yeah.
I don't particularly like to do that, but I've seen it done a lot. So
I think maybe some people do that in South Africa too. Like they leave the tags on,
exactly.
and then they use it for the evening. I hope for your sake, if you want to do that, I don't condone it, but make sure you don't get any alcohol or any food on the clothes.
Exactly.
We sound so bad here.
You don't want to get caught.
Exactly.
I mean, the worst is if you get caught, though, then you just pay for it, probably.
Definitely.
Yeah. So Joanna, when was the last time you had to return merchandise to a store?
Probably when I bought my boyfriend shoes.
And
So
what happened?
my boyfriend travels a lot for work. So there are many times when I will be in Italy and he'll be in a different country. So I decided to buy him a pair of Adidas.
Oh, I love Adidas.
I bought it with a good heart. He didn't really like how the shoe looked. So I went back, I changed it. Then the size was too wrong. I went back, chose a different shoe. So I think I was there about 4 times, and the woman was like, "This is the last time," and I was like, okay.
And at the end, did you get a shoe that he liked?
Yes, we ended up getting a New Balance, a nice green pair of like a khaki kind of green New Balance, and it's really comfortable, and he's really happy.
I love New Balance. That is my absolute favorite shoe on earth. They're so comfortable. I've worn my New Balance shoes so much that I have a hole in the toe and I still wear them because they're so comfortable. So one of my goals this year is to buy New Balance shoes.
I'm going to take you up on that also because I need to buy.
There's a shop. Skechers. What?
I have Skechers.
Oh, those are nice too. There's a shop in the center of Bologna that is a specific New Balance shop. And sometimes they have sales. I don't know. We'll see. Let's keep each other posted then on this.
Yeah. So guys,
Davide says Zalando it's a good clothes and other stuff e-commerce. Thank you, Davide. I will save that as my bookmark right now.
Look at it. So guys, answer number 4 for us. When was the last time you had to return merchandise to a store? What was it? And why did you return it? Please let us know.
Yeah.
But what about you, Monique, in the meantime? When was the last time you had to?
That's a good question. I'm trying to think. I know one thing that's funny is I often have to go to buy the chain for my bicycle because people steal it. I have the back part of my bicycle where I have this kind of cord that makes it so my backpack stays there, and people often take it. So it only costs €1, but I keep going back to the same shop and buying the same cord. But anyways, but in terms of when the last time I had to return merchandise, I had to return, I bought an alarm clock.
Okay.
No, because I was tired of always using the telephone, which has like radiation, and I'm sleeping with the phone with my alarm clock. So I bought an external alarm clock, again, from a shop in the center of Bologna. And it was just, anytime I had to set it, it went beep, 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 beep. It was very, very noisy. So I was like, yeah. And I returned it and they gave me a store credit. And then I ended up buying a beautiful pot, which I'll show you.
Pot. For an alarm clock, and you got a pot.
Okay, the pot cost a bit more, but look at this pot. It's beautiful. Can you see it?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh, it's lovely. So it worked out okay at the end of the day.
It looks like a cast iron pot.
Yeah, it's a really nice one.
Dalma says, last month I bought a DVD collection and I had to return it because the language was not correct. I got my money back immediately.
Yeah, you could say I had received my money back, but you would probably more commonly use our wonderful verb to get, which, as many of you probably know, we use all the time in English for many things. So I got or I received, I got would be the most common way to say that I got my money back immediately. That's great, Dalma, you were lucky. I wonder what language it was in. It's kind of funny. Exactly, in Russian. I sometimes watch videos in different languages, even if I don't understand them. For example, you speak Afrikaans, right?
Yes.
So I would be very interested in watching something in Afrikaans, even without subtitles. And in fact, I recommend all our students to try sometimes watching things in English without subtitles, because it's a really interesting exercise to try to understand. I feel that we can understand each other beyond just words. So it's very an interesting exercise to listen to someone speak another language and try to understand through body language, through intonation, through, if you're watching a TV or if you're watching a film, can you understand them through their actions also? I find it really interesting to do.
Yeah, I tend to do that in Italian. So if the movie is, for example, an English movie, like an American movie, and then they've dubbed it, so they've voiced over the voice for Italian, and I go to the cinema and I watch Italian. My Italian is not perfect. I understand, I'm going to say 95%.
That's
But
great.
5% that I still struggle with. Then I will just look at the scene for itself and then interpret what is actually going on.
Yeah, it's a really good exercise.
Yeah.
We have Valentina. Hello, Valentina. She says, I returned a book a few months ago because some pages were pleated and broken. They switched the book with another one. Okay, that's nice that they switched it. So they switched past tense. They switched the book with another one. And what is pleated? What is pleated? Maybe crumpled or wrinkled or okay. That's great, Valentina. So it's a happy story. So everyone's had good returns experiences, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's fantastic.
All right. I think let's continue to the next slide. But please, if you're still busy typing for number 4, send it through. We are more than happy to read it. So.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Oh, refund vocabulary. So I will read the vocabulary and Monique will read the definition.
Great.
We're going to do it in order. So 1 would be refund, 2, exchange, 3, valid, 4, store credit, 5, return, 6, receipt, and 7, return policy.
Lovely. So let's remind everyone the pronunciation of receipt. The P is silent. Receipt. Try it at home too. Receipt. Okay.
Not to be confused with ricetta in Italian. They are not the same thing. They are false friends.
Good points, yes. And I shall read the right-hand column. So what we'll do is on the left, it's 1 to 7, and then on the right, we'll do it with letters. So we want you to think about it and start to guess which matches which. So I'll read through the right-hand side. So A, to change items. B, to get money back. C, to take back merchandise. D, not expired. E, rules for returning an item. F, proof of purchase. And G, credit given to a customer to buy a new product at the same shop. Okay? So we would like you to match one column to the other.
Yes.
Let me get my bell.
Yes. So Monique is going to use her bell every time I'm going to click. This is going to be so nice.
It's a Tibetan bell. Really beautiful. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
So what we want you to do in the comment section, match up the numbers to the letters. Looks like we've got a few. Margot says refund, get money back, exchange.
Okay, she's saying the next one as well. Davide says refund to get money back. Valentina says 1B. Shall we reveal it?
Yes, we shall.
So 3, 2,
1. Yay! Good job, guys.
Great, excellent.
All right. right.
Very satisfying.
Number 2, Valentina says A. Davide says A as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're watching, please comment the number with the letter. So let's check. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Right.
Smart.
To exchange.
So we have valid, which comes next. Margot says valid, not expired. Davide agrees. You want to check, Monique?
Sure.
Unos, dos, tres.
Yeah, not expired. Excellent. Valid. So let's see here. I have my Metro Pass, which is still valid. Fortunately, I have my Bologna City Pass, which is fortunately still valid.
That's great.
Yes.
I also have my Mimovo.
Oh, you have one of those? That's cool.
Yeah, I
That's,
live on the outside, so
okay, that's a monthly pass, right?
yes, because from the outside it's like €3 a ticket, like one way. I'd
Oh,
have to
interesting.
€3 back again.
I didn't know that.
No. So it works out cheaper with a monthly pass. And mine is still valid too.
Good. Yeah.
Next we have store credit. Anyone who
Store
has store
credits.
credit? Credit given to a customer, Margot says.
Very nice. Let's see.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. You are correct
Yeah.
again.
Credit given to a customer to buy a new product at the same shop. Good.
What would return be? Return.
Mm-hmm. To return.
Yes. Take back merchandise, Margot says. Does anyone agree with her? Anybody agree?
Does anyone agree or disagree?
Yeah, if you don't think it's to take back merchandise, what do you think it is?
Exactly. To return.
To return.
The Return of the Jedi.
Never watched that.
I don't think I did either.
That's what I'm thinking of. Return of the Mac. Return of... Okay.
I don't know that song. It sounds nice though.
You should go and listen to it.
It's called, what is it? Return of the Mac?
Yeah, Return of the Mac.
Like the Mac computer?
Yes.
Okay.
So Valentina and Davide, hold on. They all agree return is to take back merchandise. Let's see.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Great. Nice.
Guys are excellent. Then we have receipt. Receipt.
Which was, remember the pronunciation without the P, receipt. Receipt from New Jersey Transit. Receipt.
I like that very much.
Thank you.
Proof of purchase. Margot says proof of purchase. Valentina, what do you say? And Dalma, what do you say?
Exactly, a receipt.
Receipt.
Do you, Joanna, do you always get a receipt when you buy something?
Yes, for clothing and things, but if I go to like a restaurant or a bar, no, I don't take the receipt.
Oh, really? I usually take my receipts. I think it's a habit from when I lived in the United States or in the States. I usually always keep my receipts because what if I forget my thermos there? What if I don't know, there could always be a reason why I want, or maybe I want to go back to that place.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably something not necessary. But I'm accustomed to doing it, so I usually
It helps, definitely. I just I tend to keep the receipt when I go on holiday so that I can claim back.
Me too. And I tend to keep the receipt because it can be useful for webinars with Mayas.
Exactly.
This was last year, so also sometimes for memories too, right? And you look, remember when I bought that coffee in Paris? I don't know. Okay. Or in Cape Town.
Exactly. So we have the receipt and everyone says proof of purchase. Let's check. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. It's a little bit strange. Like that line is not directly.
That line, yeah. So we all understand that the line should be a little bit lower, but
yeah. So receipt, proof of purchase, and of course that leaves us with the return policy, which is.
Yeah. Shall we reveal it? We have a few people suggesting.
Yeah, let's check. Monique, I'm not even going to count down. You can go ahead.
Oh, that was beautiful. No countdown. It just naturally happened. Great.
Exactly.
So if you have any questions about any of these vocabulary, feel free to ask us. Return policy, receipt, return, store credit, valid, exchange, refund. All common terms to use if you're going to a retail shop, right?
Definitely.
As a customer, or even ordering online.
Yes, yes, yes. And they always have these words written somewhere in the store, on the receipt, online.
Yeah, I have another receipt from New York. This is from Hudson News. Actually from JFK. I'm not sure if you can see it. The
Yeah,
airport in New York, Terminal 1. But you do always see a lot of different, all these words are showing up on here. I'm not going to go in detail, but you see a lot. I mean, this was, I bought a sandwich for $6
that's a lot
and
of,
I got this huge piece of paper. It's a big receipt, right?
that annoys me so much. Like when I go to the Co-op or McDonald's or something, and they give me like a 10-kilometer receipt for 2 items.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, what do I do with this?
Totally. I generally keep them though.
I know, crumple it up right away. Unless like I go back through my groceries or something, yes. Then
Yeah.
maybe
Or if you share groceries with your roommate, kind of like cross off some. And I've done that before.
I don't have a roommate. I've never had a roommate before.
Okay,
I
fair
lived
enough.
with my mama, and I lived with my brother, and now I live with my boyfriend.
Yeah,
So
and I've had like 10,000 roommates, so
I don't know what it's like.
it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah, but we do it together. So we split the bills. One time I will buy, and one time he will buy,
Nice. Sure.
which is normal. No,
Nice.
if I'm ever in that predicament, then I will know what it feels like to have a roommate. So.
Exactly.
But my hat goes, I salute you. My hat goes off to everyone who has a roommate. Well done, guys.
Exactly. If anyone has a roommate, we hope you're getting along well and enjoying your time together in this unique period, right?
And maybe you find out, even if you don't really like them, maybe you find out that they're quite a cool person.
Hopefully. Yeah, exactly.
My
Right.
fingers. All right. So here we have a capsule with the exact same words from before, except now you're going to use them in different types of situations.
Yeah, so we don't have much time. We have about 2.5 minutes. So come and shout them out to us. So we have the first one. If you want to get a you must have your
And on the right, we of course have the word, the left, the red words are the words you need to use. So
Right.
for Monique's first one, please fill in the comment section which words do you think should go there.
Yeah, and I'll read again one more time through so we can hear the vocabulary again. So refund, exchange, valid, store credit, return, receipt, and return policy. So Joanna, would you like to read number 2 while they're thinking about number 1?
Certainly. I can't give you money back for this item, but I can let you it for a different size.
Sounds funny to say, right? It could be really anything, but
Exactly.
And I'll read number 3. I'm sorry, but giving after 30 days is against our I can give you which you can use to buy a different product. It's for 45 days.
I love how your sounds different for each one of them.
Yeah, I try to vary my ums. Let's see here. We have Filippo, Davide, both saying refund and receipt. If you want to get a refund, you must have your receipt. Awesome. Good job. Moving to number 2, Valentina Margot say exchange. I can't give you money back for this item, but I can let you exchange it for a different item.
Good
Awesome.
guys.
Yeah. So
And
we're
number
on to number 3.
Different
Exactly.
Please fill in what we are missing. In the meantime, I'm going to go to number 4. I'm very unhappy with this shirt. I bought it 2 days ago, and 3 buttons fall off. I'd like to it.
Margot is saying valid. I'm sorry, but giving up valid. Does that work? Valid. Can we have other options for number 3? I'm sorry, but giving a.
So valid is one of them. It's the last one. But what are the other 3?
Yeah. As you're thinking, we want to thank you very, very much for your wonderful participation. It's really nice for us when you participate, and it makes it fun for everyone. And remember that in 10 minutes time, there will be another webinar happening. And if you like, you can also go to, with us, you can also go to the Facebook page, SOS MyS, where you can also interact and ask questions to teachers and other MyS students around the country and the continent.
Yeah.
MyS SOS, exactly. So we are just about up for time. We invite you to do these at home. We hope you have enjoyed yourselves and learned a lot. Oh, we have Valentina and Davide. Shall we just reveal it quickly?
So we're going to reveal all the answers, and then we have to love and leave you.
Yes, so nice job. Excellent. Thank you very, very much, everyone. It has been an enormous pleasure.
And see you in 10 minutes.
Yes. Cheers. Bye-bye.